These are the canes that my father pruned and put in a sawdust, and we are going to plant them in our vineyard. It was pruned in the beginning of February when my father was doing his yearly pruning. They are sitting in moist sawdust, but they are not starting to root. The point is to just keep them in a little bit of moisture, avoid letting them dry up completely. It is all Othello variety, which is our favorite. It's exactly 66 canes, and we are going to plant them in April. And then almost in mid-April, it was finally warm enough that we decided to plant those canes. Our vineyard was starting to bud and night temperatures were bearable. It's important to mention that the place that we wanted to plant was just overgrown, absolute jungle. And first we had to clear it out, which took us about 3 weeks. We did it with only hand tools and help from our family. Our plot of land is really long and narrow, and this was the only place that we could plant on. It was old vineyard. They didn't take care of it for at least a decade. We found trees that were at least 10 years old, and there were still some grapevines in the back, but the chances of it producing anything in the next 2-3 years were slim. So we got them all out. I'm glad that we did it, and at the end we got access to 2 new cherry trees and got from it also some wood for burning. We are not experts, so we decided to go with advice that my father gave us and create something like a kindergarten for our vines. We had this hand driller that saved us a lot of time and a lot of digging. It was really easy, and we were done in about an hour. They made 16 holes. Each was, 60-70 centimeters. I didn't really measure it, but it was enough for the cane to be almost completely inside and covered. There is still one grapevine sticking from the ground. We later cleared out the rest of the vegetation. At the moment, we really wanted to finish the task and start growing something new. We decided to put 4 canes in one hole, so at the end we planted 66 canes in 16 holes. I'm not sure if this is the method that we are supposed to be doing this, but we figured out that's how my father did it and it worked for him, so we wanted to try it. Advantage is that since the whole grapevine cane is covered in underground, it will slowly start to make roots, and it will not make any new green shoots. So it will establish the root system first, and if we decide that we want to replant them, we can dig them up, because there are 4 in one hole, and if they don't survive, well, hopefully at least one survives. We wanted to cover them all, but the holes were a little bit short, so some of them are sticking out. You can see that we are not watering them at all. It's because we don't have access to water right now. They will have to survive just from the moisture in the ground. We had forecasted rain and it really did rain for 2 days. We will have to figure something out in the future because grapevines needs the most water in its first 2 years of life. We kept one extremely long vine as an experiment, and even after a month it was still bleeding.